Hey friends, Island Homesteader here. I've spent the last couple of days making some improvements to my hybrid rain gutter grow system, and I just wanted to show you what we've done. So if you've seen my videos over the last year or couple of years, you've seen that I've been using that hybrid rain gutter grow system for a while, and I've always been trellising my tomatoes from overhead because I had it up on a top deck and was using the overhang from the eave to hang the strings down and use the tomato clips. But since we moved over here, I didn't have that. You know, I was out in the middle of, well, wide out in the open, so I had to come up with something to do. And this is the solution we came up with. I just finished those this morning. It's a freestanding, I guess we'd call it, a freestanding PVC pipe trellis system. It's all done with 1-inch pipe. I'm trying to hide around the corner of the house. The wind is really blowing here today. It's all done with 1-inch PVC pipe, and all my fittings, I just screwed the fittings together. Well, I put screws in the fittings instead of gluing them so I could take it apart in the wintertime or whatever. But I just wanted to give you a look at what I've done. I'll go down there close and just show you a little bit. Like I said, hopefully the wind won't be too bad, but let's go down there and look at it up close. So basically, it's an A-frame, I guess you would say. There's a 1-inch pipe that goes the length of the base on each side, and then one up top, and then it just connects down at an angle from the base up to the top pipe with just various PVC fittings. It's I made all the uprights. I made them 92 inches, and then you would just, whatever the length of your unit is how long you would cut that base piece. And it's several T's and a couple of 90s. It just all depends on how you wanted to do it. And then I tied these ropes in basically at 45 degrees. They're attached down there, and then go up to the corners, and they're on both sides, and that's just to give it some support. It makes it pretty solid. The length of the thing, it'll still wobble some side to side, but back and forth it doesn't move. And then I just tied the tomato strings to them and brought them down, tied them to the bags, and just used tomato clips to attach the tomatoes. So that was the first one I did. I did that one about 2 weeks ago. It's just a trial run to make sure everything worked. Takes you a couple hours to construct it. I was designing it in my head as I went. I kind of drew it out and figured out what fittings and pipes I needed, and then went to the hardware store and got them, and then it was still a matter of designing it as I went. And then when I built this second one well, I finished it this morning, started it yesterday evening and finished it this morning. I built this one. I decided to also tie in these two boxes to raise cucumbers, and I needed to trellis the cucumbers up. So to do that, I just, this trellis here of the tomatoes is exactly the same as the first one, and then I just used some more T's and some more pipe, came overhead and just brought it down to these boxes. Just ran a piece of rope around across the top of the box to tie the strings to on the bottom, and just using the same tomato strings, tying them up there. This second box I haven't got planted yet, but just wanted to show you what some PVC. I used 1-inch. I don't know that I'd want to go much smaller than that. I just don't know how much strength you'd have. We get a lot of wind here, and again, this thing is pretty solid. You can see it does have some wiggle, but you want some give anyway in the wind. You don't want it to be rock solid in the wind, but it's a pretty solid thing. Once you tie these angled ropes on, it really strengthens that up. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a quick look at that. maybe give you some ideas for what to do on your own if you need to come up with a system like this, freestanding, with nothing really to attach it to. Just give you a real quick look here. Here's the potatoes, still doing great. I'm loving these things. Some of these pots, I was watering today, and I noticed that some of these pots have bulges on them, so I know that they're making potatoes. It appears to be anyway. It looks like they're pushing out on the sides of the pot. And just a quick look around, squash and zucchini, some eggplant, and all of these peppers, onions and shallots back there in those boxes. So just a quick look. This was mainly though just to show you this freestanding trellis system for tomatoes. Okay guys, thanks for watching. As always, subscribe to follow along. Click the thumbs up if you enjoyed what you've seen. Leave any comments that you might have. I appreciate all the comments and all the views. Again, thanks for watching, and God bless.